Good evening, Los Santos. I'm Lila Catanzarro, and this is Weazel News. Law enforcement is an integral part of our city. The men and women who patrol our streets help law-abiding citizens sleep a little easier at night. They are the light in the dark, who exist to serve and protect. Or do they? In recent weeks, Weazel has been contacted by those who take a different angle, and tonight we'll be sharing two such stories. First, we go to Dutch Van Horn, who is sitting down with Curtis Cooper, a man who claims police negligence nearly resulted in him losing his life.
Hello, Los Santos. This is Dutch Van Horn with Weazel News. I'm coming to you once again with an exclusive interview about police misconduct. Our guest is Curtis here. Curtis, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Curtis Cooper.
And Curtis, can you tell me what happened?
Unfortunately, I can. As you know, I have a fixation for vehicles. So, on this particular day, I purchased myself a new vehicle, and me and my fiance, Lorenzo, just happened to be driving that sumbitch around while we were, in the city. And as we're driving it around, I had the misfortune of coming across a police scene. And, we heard shots ringing off or whatnot, and, I decided to get out the area. But before I could, Lorenzo told me, can't remember much, so I'm sorry, but he told me a bullet had ricocheted from one of the police, shooting or whatnot, and hit me next to my spine, real close, about an inch away. And last thing I remember from that night is Lorenzo standing above me, trying to keep me awake until the ambulance arrived, so nothing happened to me. And I told him to reach into my pocket there, grab my cell phone, and call what I thought was a friend in the PD, Creed Hunter. But unfortunately, Creed denied my phone call, and no help was rendered to me at the moment.
So do you believe that Creed Hunter is responsible for not getting you aid?
I would say yes, because I know, I thought of Creed as a very close friend within PD. He'd come to me when he needs repairs, vehicle or something like that. You know what I mean? So I thought he was a real close friend, and I was, real surprised whenever I found out he denied my call.
And then the police bullet that ricocheted and hit you. Do you believe that police operated not to standard procedure when you got shot?
I think it was reckless. Considering I was pretty far away from the scene at the time that the bullet did strike me, I believe it could have been prevented in the way they handled their weapons, yes.
All right. And have you hired an attorney about this matter?
I have. I can't speak too much on it at the moment. I just, all I can say is we're in the works at the moment.
And do you have any words for the PD, Sheriff's Department? Which department was it?
I believe it was the LSPD, considering the fact we were in the city. But it could have been a jumble, mix-up of both. But I believe it was LSPD. And if I could say one thing is, it would be just, be careful. Look out for the citizens of Los Santos. Our lives matter as well. And in Creed, I know you didn't mean it in a malicious way, man, but so I'm getting a little emotional here.
No, it's okay. Take your time.
I thought you were a friend, man.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Curtis, for coming down and giving us this interview. I've been Dutch with Weazel News. Back to you at the studio.
Our next account moves to something that occurred on a larger scale. On November 4th, Rising Sun hosted a car show that drew in many citizens from all walks of life. Witnesses claimed that at some point during the event, an officer was assaulted. In retaliation, that officer proceeded to not call for backup or make some sort of arrest, but rather to drive his cruiser directly into a crowd of people, most of them nothing more than innocent bystanders. The incident has prompted an upcoming lawsuit, and will once again join Dutch Van Horn as he speaks with Sky Vixen, the attorney who will be handling this case.
Hello, Los Santos. This is Dutch with Weazel News. I'm here with an exclusive interview with Sky Vixen. Sky, go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience.
Hello, my name is Sky Vixen. I am a probationary lawyer with the Department of Justice.
what happened here today at the Rising Sun car show?
While nothing is certain, we have to say allegedly in this case, there was an individual, an officer, who came through the area and injured numerous civilians who I would like to keep their names protected at the time while this case is being filed.
And what are the damages that you are seeking?
I'm not positive yet. We're still in kind of the initial preliminary stages of this court case, but I would guesstimate probably between 1 and 2 million against the BCSO. Is that we need to make sure that both our civilians and our law enforcement are held to the proper standards. So when we're executing any kind of actions, we have to understand that as government officials, we should always be treating our civilians with utmost respect and not endangering the lives of them that may have allegedly happened today.
All right, you heard it here first, Los Santos. This is Dutch Van Horn. Back to you at the studio.
Thank you, Dutch. Weazel reached out to PD's Public Relations Department for feedback on these two incidents, but they were unable to comment. Weazel was advised that anything involving misconduct is handled by Internal Affairs and the Commissioner's Office directly. So what is your take, Los Santos? Is law enforcement here to protect us, or are they themselves a potential menace to society? Weazel will continue to follow these cases as they develop. For now, this is Lila Catanzarro signing off. Stay safe, Los Santos, and have a good night.